Phil, if you don't mind, so we've got a special guest joining Smitty and I out here. It's the young man we were chatting about just a couple of minutes ago, the 16-year-old amateur Blades Brown, who in his first PGA Tour event is going to make the cut after shooting a 72 in the opening round, and today a remarkable 67. So he will play the weekend, and Blades joins us here. And first off, Blades, welcome to Sports Talk here around the state of South Carolina. Congratulations on an outstanding first two rounds. Sum up your play here the first 2 days.
Man, dude, it was insane. I turned the front nine at even par, or my front nine, the course's back nine, and I bogeyed 18, which didn't really feel the best. But I knew I had 9 more holes to make something happen, and lucky enough it did.
All right, 16 years of age. Most of us were trying to get our driver's license, doing a lot of different things, but certainly playing PGA Tour level golf was not the case. How do you handle this kind of pressure at such a young age?
Well, yesterday I'd say was my, I guess, scrap round, just because, first event ever on the PGA Tour, just trying to get acclimated to the environment, the fans and everything. So today I knew that I was going to be able to be more comfortable out on the course. I did, and I did. I felt a lot better over my putts and my thought process. And then Jack, my caddy, Jack Bethman, we were just joking around all day. He was like, "Can I bet that out?" Which is a funny video. It was so much fun to do.
It sounds like it. So what are your impressions of the golf course? First time the Dunes have hosted or has hosted a PGA Tour event. Give us, from the tours side of the coin, your impressions of the golf course.
I think this course is awesome. Like, it's right by the beach. Not many golf courses can say that. And then what defines a really good golf course for me are the greens, and the greens here are phenomenal. They're rolling fast. I know that they can't get them that, I guess, fast, just because of if the wind blows, everyone's not going to be playing their best. But the golf course is in phenomenal condition. I kind of wish I had a range that good back home. Everything is in tip-top shape, and I'd say PGA Tour level.
Yeah, I got to see 18, and I saw the pin placement at 18, and I saw that DJ Trahan, he hit it below the hole and made a birdie. His two playing compadres were above the hole. They rolled it off the green. How difficult a pin placement was that for you today?
I thought it was a money pin, just because I knew that if it's front and you don't stay long, I think that pin position just makes it like even smaller green, but an even smaller green up front to where you kind of have a backstop. Obviously, if you go long, it's not going to be ideal. Jack said that if we need to stay left of this pin, and right is trouble. And where did I hit it? I hit it right. So I hit the bunker shot I wanted to. It didn't spin as much as I thought it would, and ended up making bogey. But I knew that there was some golf left to be played.
Grew up in Tennessee. What were your golf influences at such an early age that got you to play the game and obviously play at a very high level?
I'd say my dad. He's my number one fan, my number one encourager. Whenever I come off with a bad round, he's always the first one to say, "You didn't lose today. You learned today." So just having him around, we almost didn't. Like, he was given 6 months to live about a year ago because he had leukemia. And to me, that was hard, but it made me realize that I'm not just playing golf. I'm playing golf for a purpose, and that was to bring joy to him. But yeah, just playing this tournament is so much fun. And what was the question again?
No, I was just asking you sort of your early influences that sort of fueled your early golf career.
Yeah, I'd say Brent Snedeker, Stallings. Brent Snedeker, he has this tour called the Sneds Tour, which I played all grown up. And then Scott Stallings sends me texts all the time. He's like, "Hey," he sent me one today. He was like, "Hey, good luck today. Go low." But yeah, I'd say just the whole Tennessee Golf Foundation and their support in me is phenomenal and definitely elevates my game.
Don't want to put words in your mouth, but my guess is your expectations, hopes were to make the cut. You've done that. So what are your expectations now moving into the weekend?
Man, just go as low as I can. If that means I win, great. If that means I come in dead last, but I'm just going to focus on my game this week, and how low I can go.
Blades, we appreciate you dropping by to visit with us here on Sports Talk. Congratulations on the first two rounds. Obviously, we will be watching your golf career for a long, long time, but thank you.
Thank you so much.
Phil, Blades Brown joining us here. Did that kid sound 16 to you?
All right, I've changed my opinion. I don't care that he's a great golfer at 16. I like him. He's a nice kid. Great story, great get on y'all's part to get him to come by. And, what a story. We've seen that a couple of times on the tour, these young guys, these amateurs, and we'll talk with George about it when he joins us later. I mean, these guys have got talent, and they've got no fear either, Chris. I mean, they'll go out there and play in front of people. They'll challenge the most difficult holes that they face in their round. They have no fear.
A 72, his opening round of the PGA Tour, is, to me, that's as impressive as his 67 was today, because you're right, no fear. There are good crowds here. I mean, it's not Masters, U.S. Open level crowds, but there are plenty of spectators out here. And on several of these holes, it's where they're teeing off, you can't even see the fairway because it's so far back. As a matter of fact, on hole number, I think it's number 10, they had to make a tee box for the pros, which actually sits back up. I'm not sure how the Golf Channel has framed the tee shots off of number 10, but it's right beside the putting green up next to the clubhouse. That's how far back they had to put it. And it still turns out to be about a 400-yard par 4. But, I mean, just to be able to step into this arena and this environment, and they talk about playing in the cauldron at 16 years of age, Smitty, I was awfully impressed as much with his skill on the golf course as his poise just a couple of moments ago with us.
Absolutely. And you just mentioned it, Chris. To me, it's all about the fact that he's able to go out there and play his best golf in these circumstances, because I think George would tell you there's plenty of young players, team players, junior golfers across the state and the country who have the talent. But how do you go out there and, as you said, have the poise? No, he mentioned Brent Snedeker. He's in the field today. So he's not having those types of jitters. He's able to overcome them. I think that shows great maturity on his part. I think he's so impressive as a young man, and I'm pulling for him this weekend.
Tell you what, Smitty, Chris, he's got the golf announcer's whisper down. I can tell by his low. He's got the low, like he's on the 18th. He's up in the 18th tower, and Tiger's standing over a 4-footer to win the Masters. And
well, that's because all day today I have been asking the security guards, can I stand here? And I've had to do it under my breath.
You do a great job.
Usually the answer was, yeah, they looked at my credential, and they looked at the back, and they looked at the front, and they looked me in the face and said, no, sir, you have to escort you this way.
You guys have got it down pat.